Now there's a couple different ways to look at results. So we see that I've already sent this out and I have 4 responses. So if I click on the responses tab, I'm able to see here are the emails of the people who responded, and I can scroll down and look at each question and see how they answered. If I scroll up, we can go to from summary to the question, and we can go question by question, or we can go to the individual. So we can choose, oh, what did Doug say? Or what did Hudson say? That's the way to look at it, kind of a cursory look. But let's say that this is easy for 4 responses, but let's say we have 400 responses. There's a little hidden icon up here. It almost looks like a little flag. If we click that, it's going to say we're going to create a new spreadsheet of all the results. I would definitely recommend, let's name it. If we name it, it's going to be much easier to come back to and find it. I would even say, let's give it a year. And I'm going to click create. It's going to create a spreadsheet for us. The nice thing is if we take a look here, it's going to automatically, the very first, or automatically without us doing anything, it's going to record the date and the exact time the person clicks submit. You can always add a date and a timestamp questions to the form, but I like to leave the timestamp because it does it automatically. Here's the email. Kind of goes back to, this is why I separated last name and first name. If they were all together, people put in some different things when they fill this out. So that's why I really recommend separating last name and first name, because then you can sort and edit these things. And here's all their answers as we go through it. We notice though, I don't remember what this question was. So if I take my mouse and I hover between these two, and I get this little double arrow, if I double click, automatically going to expand this entire cell, this entire row, so you can see the full question and the full answer, because sometimes answers are very long. If I click on this and highlight just this entire row here, or column, and I want to go over here to text wrapping, if I click the downward facing arrow, I can click this and it's going to wrap the text. Do you see how it just kind of put it all nice and neat? Where this one stretches it way out, this one's going to tidy it up here. So I may just click this and decrease the size a little bit. Select text wrap and do the center one. So then you can see all of the text together. One of the other handy ones is I'm going to click. So I've selected this and there's a little tiny downward facing arrow. I'm going to click. And I'm going to say sort A to Z. And now it's going to put everything in alphabetical order. Actually, it just so happens to be numerical order, because you could do that here as well. Sometimes when I have numbers or room numbers, I like to sort them by smallest to largest. So these are just some very basic ways that we can sort and go through the data. But let me show you one last thing. Let's say I've read through the first 2, then I went away to eat lunch and a whole bunch of more responses came in. Sometimes what I like to do is click, and I'm going to hold down shift, and now it's going to select the first and the last one. So all these are highlighted. Then I come up to the paint bucket, and I choose, say, highlight yellow, meaning these are the ones I've already read through. So as new responses come in and they start filling in down here, I know I need to start right here with Bob. And these 3 I've already responded to. So it's just a simple way for me to keep track of what I've done in the form.